Welcome back, Village, to another episode of Jedi Learning with your host, Bobby Kenwould. In today's Pre-Algebra for Parents class, we're going to go over proportions. So Chenzira approached me and said she was thinking about starting a business. And in this business, she needed to solve a couple of proportions. And she needed my help. And I said, well, of course, Chenzira, I will help you. Just let me know what the proportions are. She said, okay, I know a recipe calls for 16 over 40. But my recipe, I want to have a 24 at the top. Unfortunately, I don't know what the bottom is going to be. And I said, this is perfect. Let's help you solve this proportion. You got to cross multiply first, okay? A letter times a number is always a number and a letter together with that number going first. It's half a problem, halfway done. Now we got to multiply these two together, 24 and 40, okay? We got 40, 24, multiply them. That's 0, 16, 0, 0, 8, add them up, 960, okay? So we got 960. We want to divide both sides by 16 because we want to get that C by itself, isolate the variable. So by 16, C's by itself. Now we're almost there. One more calculation. We need to divide 16 into 960. So 16 goes into 960. I can already see 6 would be perfect for this. And there you go. So 96 minus 96 is 0. Bring down my 0 again. 16 goes into 0 0 times. And there you have it. Okay. Just to finish it out. So, let's go ahead and get that back. C is equal to 60. So if Chenzira wants to use somebody else's recipe that has a proportion of 16 to 40, but she wants to start off with 24, then her bottom number is going to be 60. Okay? That's the first one. So then Chenzira came to me with another proportion for another recipe she had. And I said, all right, Chen, what you got for me today? She said, okay, how about this one? It's a little bit easier. I don't know what I want to do on this one, but what I have seen in the past is that some people do a little bit of something like this. 15 over 6, that's their proportion. But I wasn't sure that that would actually work out. And I said, watch this, same rules apply. We're gonna cross multiply first with the letter and the number. Okay, that's 6x, number going first. Then cross multiply here. 2 times 15 is 30, right? That equals 30. And this is gonna be really easy. Divide both sides by 6 because we want to isolate that variable. Disappeared. All we have is the x left. Equals 6 goes into 30. We already know that should be pretty easy. 5 times. Okay. There we go. So that was easy. If you know somebody already has a 15 to 6 proportion and you want to use a 2 at the bottom, then your top needs to be a 5. And she said, okay, blah, blah, blah. One more, just one more. This is gonna be the real deal maker and deal breaker. If I can get this recipe right, people will not stop coming to me. I said, all right, well, let's get it. So she said, what if I had an 18 or 15 recipe? Okay, and what I wanted to do was start off with 6, but I don't know how much I need here at the bottom. All right, let's figure it out. Once again, multiply the easy stuff first. Cross multiplication. Number goes first, then the letter. Still got your equal sign. Now we gotta do 15 times 6. So let's just do a real quick calculation. 15, 6. That's 0, 3. We know that from our last problem. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. And that is 9D. Now we need to divide both sides by 18. And what do we say? We want to isolate that variable, okay? And when you isolate that variable, they disappear. You got your x left, equals, and then we go over here. and we figure out how many times 18 goes into 90. That also sounds like it's about 5. 5 times 8 is 40. So if we carried our 4, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. So yeah, 90 works. Zeros left. And here we are again. In this recipe, if we have an 18 to 15 proportion, but we want to have an equal proportion that starts off with a 6, our bottom number is going to be 5. So there you have it. That is a nice quick lesson in solving proportions. We have 3 examples for you here. Chenzira got her business started, and hopefully you can get your lesson started. Peace.